I'm going to tell you about a dream I had. When I was a kid, I enjoyed baseball. I liked it. Um, so I was like an outfielder. I was not good at hitting. I was good at running, and I knew to go just catch the ball. And I would be so happy when I caught the ball, and I would throw it. Let's say I had to throw it to third base. I would throw it all the way because the fields are close to each other, right? A field here, a field here, a field here. I would throw it from right field, right? I think it's right field. Whatever. The opposite of third base. I would throw it so enthusiastically it would go into the other field. And I thought, oh no. I threw it way too hard, way too hard. So I had a dream when I was a little kid about baseball, and I was in like first or second grade. I think it was summer school. Uh, so this dream, I'm. It's like a hilly place. It's got hills and grass. Uh, it's like the windows, the windows background, hills and grass, and blue skies. So all of my we were there's a line. Okay, I'm standing in line. I'm like, I don't understand why we're standing in line. I was not a fan of standing in line. But I'm kind of looking around a little bit and see my friends and people that I know, and in my school and stuff, and they're in line, and then the line starts moving, and I'm like, okay, cool, the line is moving. This is not so bad anymore. We're doing something. Something is being accomplished. Although I don't know what. Something is being accomplished. So I keep walking up the line and I'm like, just looking around and what's going on and seeing my friends. I want to go talk to them, you know. And eventually I get to a place where I see something happening. There's an end of the line. I see something happening. And it's Jesus, right? Uh, at first I don't know. Then I get closer. But there's a man throwing a baseball to kids. And I was like, oh, cool. Okay. And some kids would go left and some kids would go right. And so I understood. It's like I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming this, right? So how do you get information when you're dreaming? Like I just knew that the person going left is going to hell and the person going right is going to heaven. And there were not many people going to the right. Okay, there's not many people going to the right. And I'm like, why are they not concerned? Excuse me. Hello. Why aren't you concerned that do you not know what's going on? You don't, we're not on the same wavelength. We're not on the same wavelength. So, I got my baseball glove. Like, I'm totally ready to catch this baseball. I get up there, it's the commercial Jesus. Unmistakable. He's got the commercial hair, the commercial, like Buddy Jesus almost from Dogma. He looks kind of like Buddy Jesus. But I know it's Jesus. You know what I mean? Like it's the Messiah, the Word of God. Like this is him. And he just looks like this. But it's unmistakable. So I say, he's like, you ready to catch the ball? You ready? You're ready? And then I'm like, dude, I got my glove. I'm ready. I'm like, so ready to catch this baseball. And it's a small toss. I'm like, dude, this is going to be so easy. Let's go. Let's just get this over with. I'm going to heaven today. And so he's like, all right. And so he tosses it and I fumble it. I'm like, how do I fumble it? Right. So I go from like super ecstatic. I'm like hyped to a million. Right. Then I I fumble the ball. And then I go from hyped to everything is ruined. Like the whole house of cards has just been swept away by not just a wave, it's a tsunami. I'm feeling horrible now because, like, I let myself down, I let Jesus down. I'm going to hell, and I laugh, right? But this is a horrible feeling. I really felt, I was convinced of, like, this atrocity, this tragedy. I was convinced in my dream, and so I'm not going to hell. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't know what it's gonna take, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm gonna go to heaven. I'm gonna be with Jesus. That's just the end of the story. Okay, so like I don't know what to do though. Like I'm a little kid with a baseball glove, and I drop the ball, and that's it. The ruling is he's dropped the ball. That's it. Go to hell. That's it. Go to the left. And I'm like, no. What do I do? I don't want to. I don't want to. Jesus. Let's talk about this. Jesus, come on. Come on. Let's talk about this. So I asked him, I was like, can I try again? You got to let me try. And this is not, in my dream, I'm ugly crying. I'm like I'm ugly crying. I should make a little skit about this. To really drive it home. I'm ugly crying. I ask him, you got to give me another try. I don't really say it like there's a choice. I say, you got to give me another try. And so he's like, okay. And I'm like, what? Okay. And then I center myself. I laugh because I know what is going to happen. I see the dream now. I center myself, and I'm like, let's catch the ball, right? I'm ready. I got my glove. I'm like, I'm ready. I'm ready to catch the ball again. It's like, okay, I get another chance. So, but he's like, are you ready? You ready? And so then he tosses it, and I'm like, and I try to catch it, and I fumble it again. I fumble the ball again. What? I can't go to hell. I'm going to hell now. I did, so I go from ecstatic, right? To I fumble the ball the first time and just tragic. The most depressing depression depressed people feel. To ecstatic now, I'm gonna do it. To I fumble the ball again, right? So up down. What am I gonna do? I failed a second time. I say, I can't ask this man for a third time, can I? No, I can't do that. What do I do? What's the answer? What's the solution? He walks over, opens my glove, and puts the ball. I've said this. I'm gonna continue it. So that's a good deal, right? That's a good deal. He places the ball in my glove, and let's go. The ball's in my hand now. He handed it to me. Like, that's a good deal. I don't need to argue with that. I'm going to heaven now. Okay, talk to you later, Jesus. I'll be in heaven. So I go to the right. I take it. I take that deal. That's a good deal. I want to go to heaven. Uh, so in my life, I've had bouts with depression. I've had bouts with suicide, bouts with, you know what I mean? I would go to a job and I would be a superstar, the best. Like they were like, oh my God, this guy gets it. He's so brilliant. And then I would like make a mistake, or something would happen. Somebody would say something critical, and like it would put me on edge. It would put me on edge. And so I would center myself again. Let's in center. Okay, we do meditation always. Concentrate. And we just like focus on stuff so that I don't make another mistake. Don't make another mistake. Why? Why would you? No, just focus. Just do better. Just focus. And so I would be on edge. It would make me high strung. Like I didn't know, and it was so, like, it was such chaos. I would get a little critical thing said to me, or I would miss something and I'd be like, okay, I got to focus on that. And then I would have so many things to focus on that I can't do it anymore. I can't focus on everything. And eventually it would lead to piss poor performance at work. Piss poor performance at work. Okay? So then I would eventually get fired, and it would happen in a span of like 2 years. That was the average. 2 years at work. 2 years is what I was able to produce of good work. In the military, I did 4 years, but I didn't even get out of there very well. I was a piss poor sailor. Like, you know what I mean? My I was not honorably discharged. It was general under honorable. I went AWOL, but I was AWOL in my rack. I wasn't where I was supposed to be. And the command master chief asked me what I wanted to do, and I said, I just want out. I can't do this anymore. I had had enough. I had had enough. And but that's my job experiences throughout my entire life. Until New Orleans. In New Orleans, I had a dream. It was not a dream. It was like a daydream. Okay? And I'm in the shower, right? And I don't remember what I was thinking about, but I know I had a dream, and it was the same commercial Jesus. He appeared to me, and like he's like this, right? He's right in my face, and he says, "Believe." And I physically feel, like, what was that? What? I physically feel it. Believe. And like from that moment on, I just knew that I'm not going to have problems with depression or like work. That was the thing that was, work is not going to be, I'm not going to be depressed. I'm not going to get, and so I've had critical things said of me. I've had, like, after that, but it's not affected me nearly as much as it used to. And people have asked me, why don't you write a book or say, well, they say you should say your testimony. Well, here it is. Okay, here it is. These are the things that have happened in my life. When I was a small child, I would have nightmares. Terrible. Like, I don't like watching horror because of it. And the only thing I knew was to pray or sing worship songs or something that would calm me. It was like Saul, you know. I needed David. Uh, so uh, I I would have nightmares, and there was like darkness that would try to come around me, and so I would pray, and it wouldn't stay long. It would not stay very long. Um, I've had another uh, experience. I was uh, with some relatives, and that night wasn't weird. It was normal, except for one thing. I heard. I was outside the house. I heard in the distance. Or no, I was in my room. I was in my room with my relatives, and off in the distance, I heard a scream, like, and it was a terrible scream. Uh, I didn't think. I was like, oh, that's a very emphatic, horrifying scream. Uh, but I didn't think of it more. So I tried to go to bed, and that scream kind of like, I don't know. There was something to that scream. It was kind of terrifying. But I went to bed. I thought, okay, I'm a little scared, but I don't need this. I need to go to work. I need to sleep. So I went and I tried to go to sleep, and I was laying on my bed, and I tried to go to sleep, but I was scared, you know. Uh, I thought, okay, this is silliness. I don't need to. Uh, I don't need to think about this. This is too scary. I need to go to work tomorrow. I need to sleep now. So let's go to sleep. So I tried to go to sleep. I was woken up, and it was pretty. I felt scared. Like I had almost went to sleep, but I felt scared, and I woke up. So then I was like, okay, this is annoying now. I'm going to sleep. Whatever comes will come, right? I didn't think to pray or anything like that at that time. So this is a very scary thing that happened, and I'm going to describe it. And if you don't want to know what it is, then mute or skip this part, right? Um, but I was laying on my bed, and I was asleep. I was dreaming, I think, but I don't know. I was asleep, and like I opened my eyes, but I gotta be honest with you. I don't think it was me who opened. It was not me. I think God opened my eyes. Like He literally opened them. I was asleep, and then, right, like I'm asleep. I'm laying on the bed. I'm laying on the bed, and God opened my eyes. And at the edge of the bed, okay, right, there's like something that's like peeking up over, right? It's peeking up over, kind of looking at me. And the only thing I could see was like a shadow. It was like a shadow, and it had whites of its eyes. That's it. The shadow part, the skin or whatever, was so dark it absorbed nothing. Like it absorbed light. Like light just disappeared into it. And it was kind of smoky, a smoky figure. I don't know. But it was just like creeping up, looking over the edge of the bed at me, right? So this is why I think it was God that uh, opened my eyes. I think I was asleep. I think I was dreaming. And then God opened my eyes to let me see that there was something watching me. Now, when that happened, though, it stopped. It froze. It did not move. Okay? It did not move. And so later on, I thought about it and I was like, you know what? The only thing that could put that guy like in a frozen position is Jesus Christ, right? Because he has all authority. He has the authority to cast out demons. He has the authority to do anything he wants. He's the Word of God that will be obeyed. Okay? And so I think that figure, shadow, whatever it is, it was seeing that, oh, I know this guy's asleep, but his eyes just opened and they're not closing. It was a very odd experience. I immediately wanted to shoo it away. Everything in my body was wanting to swipe at it and make it go away. But that wasn't happening. I was trying to move my body, and my body would not move. So I think that God disallowed movement, just so that I could witness this figure, this shadow. And he wanted me to witness that. And later, like, I was terrified, though. I was so terrified. Okay? So terrified. It was the most terrifying moment of my life. Like, I've never been so scared. Never been so scared. He wanted me to know that he's in control, right? He is the one who lets them do things. I think he froze that little guy. And I think that little guy knew that Jesus was looking at him through my eyes. He knew that Jesus was right there, man. This is what I see now. And this little guy was frozen. And, I mean, he was up to something nefarious, I'm sure. He wanted to stalk me for my dreams. Just like when I was a kid. And, but I see him. I know he's in subjection to God. And that's brought me a lot of strength. Because, like, people try to fight me. Like, I drive Uber. People try to fight me. I think to myself, why do you do this? Why do you provoke me? You know? This is America. You don't know what toys I have. Why would you provoke me to fight you? I think these. I don't know you. Why should I provoke you to fight me? I don't always adhere to that, though. Sometimes I do and say stupid things. But with the demon guy, like the shadow, he I think he knew he was, because he was frozen. Like, he was just watching me as I'm watching him. And I think he knew. And then eventually I was allowed to swipe. And then it was gone. All of it. I woke up fully awake, you know, like but I cried out to God. I was like, why? I was angry, kind of. I was kind of angry that God would allow that to occur. But I was terrified. It was the most terrifying thing I'd ever experienced. I was frozen, sitting frozen, looking at it. I was not allowed to move. And So, but it's brought me strength because I know that God. I'm pretty sure God opened my eyes, like in that I was dreaming, I was asleep, and then all of a sudden my eyes are opened and my brain is receiving light and sight and stuff, and I see this little guy. I couldn't like it's hard to tell if it's a dream or not, but the message is still the same. I've had other dreams, and the message is still the same. I had a dream about a castle in the sky. I made a whole video on it. I was like near this thing I couldn't see very well. I'm like, what is this thing? And then I was taken back and given perfect vision, and I see like I don't know, this structure in the sky. It's like a house. I don't know what it is, bro. It's like kind of like a plant. Like it's a structure of some sort. I just inherently knew it was a house. It's a house. Someone lives there, and I wanted to go see it. I wanted to go see this house, and then the dream was over. So I saw that little guy. I've had other things happen, man. A woman, I prayed for her and her baby leapt in her belly. Like, I don't know what to do with that stuff. What do I do with that stuff? I want to see that stuff happen often. I want to see it happen more. I want to pray for people and see peace wash over them. Like, I know this sounds crazy. I'm kind of a slut for God's works. I want to go and see them. You know, nothing's too no expense is too much. I mean, I've had cocaine one time. I've had marijuana, strippers. I've been to Thailand. If you've ever been to Thailand, Thailand is bananas. I don't want any of that stuff. I want to see God's works. And I mean, I want to have a wife, but I want to see God's works. It's like the most beautiful thing I could think of. To see God work in someone's life, like literally see his work in their life immediately in front of me. And it's not even, doesn't even need to be a man with a withered hand. I'll stretch it out. I don't even need that. Whenever they say, oh my God, that's exactly what I needed. That prayer is exactly what I needed. I'm like, oh yeah, baby, that's the good stuff. Yeah, do that more. I want to see more. The only way I feel comfortable saying it like that is because of Isaiah 54:5. Let us go and be convinced. I don't mind saying I want to be a slut for God. Isaiah 54:5. For your maker is your husband. The Lord of hosts is his name, and your Redeemer is the Holy One of Israel. He is called the God of the whole earth. For the Lord has called you like a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, like a youthful wife when you were refused, says your God. Who is your God? Your maker. Who made you? The Word of God. Are you convinced? Let us be convinced.
Yes, and sometimes in these special camps and stuff, it happens.
For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him. Colossians 1:16. I don't mind saying I want to be a slut for God. Because whenever I see his work, like, I'll just ask somebody if they want to pray. It's as simple as that. Do you want to pray? Anything I could pray with you about? And some don't want to. And that's okay. I don't push it. I don't need to push it. Bro, there's I can go to this person here. I can go to that person. I'll find some money. I'll find some money. I'll get my money. I'll get my hit. That's what I want to see. So that's my testimony. I was terrified as a little kid. And then I learned to pray. And then I went in the Navy. I was a bad sailor. And then I got out of the Navy and I went into jobs, and I was bad at work. I was bad at school. Bro, I skipped so much. I graduated with a 1.75 GPA just because I wanted to join the Navy. I wouldn't have graduated otherwise. I wanted to travel. I wanted them to... They paid me to get an education and travel. I was like, dude, that's a good deal. There's a good deal there now. Some people ask me why I don't get benefits. I don't want benefits. I don't deserve them. I was a bad sailor, you know. I don't want to ask the Navy for benefits. The GI Bill, I never got my GI Bill because of my discharge. Okay, you can have it. I didn't follow the rules. At my work, my jobs, I was terrible. I would just be completely demolished by the end of it. You know, I came in there full of gusto, and then I would be depressed for years, and then I'd find another job, and then I'd do really good. And then New Orleans happened, and Jesus said to believe, and so I believe now, you know. And I've been hit pretty hard, right? The last job I had, I didn't like some of their business practices, and I didn't know what to do. Like, I thought, man, I'm giving you guys everything that I can think of to give. I can't do this. I can't. And then I tried Uber. I tried to, you know, put my resume. Nobody hired me. I don't know why. For years. Then I just stopped putting my resume out. Uber, I could pay my bills with. Uber makes me, you know, it's a good deal. No one tells me when to start. No one tells me when to stop. I get to talk to passengers. I get to pray with them. The passengers who don't want to pray, I don't pray with them. They say no. I say, okay. Yeah, there's another passenger coming. I'll talk to them. Okay. And I love Uber, dude. They're a good job. I like that job. And it pays pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie. I pay all my bills, and I'm building a business, and I'm getting clients. And so I've been hit hard though. I don't live like a normal. I don't have a house, or I don't live like a normal person. I'm kind of nomad, kind of a nomad. But I'm working towards stuff, and I'm addicted to seeing God work in people's instantly right in front of my eyes. I'm pretty addicted to that. I'm not gonna lie. This is what God told me. This is another thing. Look. Revelation 3:18. These are the very words God spoke. It wasn't audible. I already knew this verse. It wasn't audible. But this verse popped into my head. Undeniable. I counsel you to buy from me gold refined in the fire, that you may be rich, and white garments, that you may be clothed, that the shame of your nakedness may not be revealed, and anoint your eyes with eye salve, that you may see. You know what I hear about that? Get that kizash. Get that kizash, son. And where's your drip at? Yo, cuh, you naked. And where's your eye? Get some eye drink. You want some eye drink? Hey, get that eye drink, cuh. As many as verse 19, I love, I rebuke and chasten. Therefore be zealous and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the doors, I will come in to him and dine with him, and he with me. That's the marriage supper of the Lamb. It's today. It's happening today with me. Look at my husband is already my maker. He was my maker before I was even made. He was my husband before those words were written before me. He's been my husband before I was even made. He's the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. This is the same God. The same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. The one who was, who is, and is to come. The I am that I am. The Alpha and the Omega. The author and finisher of our faith. That is his name. He's an entity, a being. I don't know how else to describe it. This is my testimony. To him who overcomes, I will grant to sit with me on my throne, as I also overcame and sat down with my Father on his throne. So you telling me that if I pimp myself out for you, God, you're going to put me on a throne? Sign me up. Sign me up. Sign me up, huh? Yo, give me some of that drip. Let me get some cash, too. I need some walking around money. And I need that eye drink. You heard? Give me some of that eye drink. God, let me see you work. Oh, boy, he's doing it, too. I get that drink all the time. Anytime I want it, I could just, hey, can I pray with you? Anything I could pray with you about? Hey, I'm like a slut. I am a slut. I'm a slut. I want that eye drink all day. All day. I got me some walking around money. I'm about to have me a nice chair to sit in. You think, PewDiePie, you think you got a nice chair? Don't talk to me. Nuh-uh, stop, stop. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I'm a slut for God. Dude. And I'm not even afraid to post this. He's so beautiful. His work, whenever I see it, oh man, that's beautiful. Like, I like, I enjoy smoking marijuana. I enjoy, like, women. I enjoy da 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 da. These are not profitable. I cut these things out of my life. I do the best I can to say no to them. But this, I like wings. Wings are good. I like sandwiches. Oh, Publix has good sandwiches. Oh, Harris Teeter has a good salad bar. The best salad bar. I like poke bowls. These are all things I like. Nothing compares to when I see someone say, yo, that's what I needed. Because I can't taste exactly what they're saying, but I know what they're saying. I've tasted that. I've tasted it. And when God works in my life, I want to give that to other people. He's my husband. I don't know what else to say. That's my testimony. People have asked for it. I didn't want to. But you can have it. Anybody who wants it, use it. It's free. Get you some walking around money. Get you some drip. The drip is clothes for the boomers. That means clothes. Raiment, white raiment. I drink is I salve, so you can see God's work.